Few creatures command as much respect as the polar bear. They are the undisputed rulers of the Arctic, a vast and frozen wilderness. With their powerful bodies and piercing gaze, they embody the wild beauty of this extreme environment. Polar bears are perfectly adapted to survive in one of the harshest places on Earth. Their very existence depends on a delicate balance, one that is increasingly threatened by a changing climate. We will explore the fascinating world of polar bears, their remarkable adaptations, and the challenges they face in a warming world. Their story is a powerful reminder of our planet's interconnectedness and the urgent need to protect its fragile ecosystems. Polar bears are giants of the Arctic, perfectly sculpted for survival in a world of ice and snow. These magnificent creatures are not just built to endure the harshest conditions but to thrive in them. Their thick fur coat, 2 layers deep, provides incredible insulation against the bitter cold. The outer layer of guard hairs repels water, while the dense underfur traps heat, keeping them warm even in the most frigid temperatures. Underneath this warm blanket lies a layer of blubber, further protecting them from freezing temperatures. This blubber can be up to 4.5 inches thick, serving as both insulation and an energy reserve during times when food is scarce. Their paws are massive, equipped with rough pads and non-retractable claws. These adaptations are crucial for gripping the slippery ice and catching their prey. These features give them exceptional traction on ice and snow, allowing them to navigate slippery surfaces with ease. Their large paws also distribute their weight more evenly, preventing them from breaking through thin ice. Polar bears are powerful swimmers too. They can swim for several hours at a time, covering vast distances in search of food or new habitats. They use their large front paws to propel themselves through the water, while their hind legs act as rudders. This efficient swimming technique allows them to move gracefully through the icy waters. Their streamlined bodies and a thick layer of blubber help them stay buoyant and conserve energy in the icy water. This combination of physical adaptations makes the polar bear a true master of its frozen domain. The Arctic, a vast expanse of ice and snow, is the polar bear's domain. This frozen world, though seemingly desolate, teems with life. It is a place of extremes with long periods of darkness in winter and constant sunlight in summer. Sea ice is the most crucial element of the polar bear's habitat. This dynamic, ever-changing platform is where they hunt, mate, and raise their young. The intricate network of ice ridges, leads, and pressure ridges provide vital breathing holes for seals, the polar bear's primary prey. Polar bears are apex predators, meaning they sit atop the Arctic food chain. Their survival depends on their ability to hunt and catch their preferred prey seals. Seals are rich in fat, providing the polar bears with the energy they need to survive in their harsh environment. Polar bears are patient and cunning hunters. They often wait near seal breathing holes, using their keen sense of smell to detect when a seal surfaces for air. With lightning-fast reflexes, they snatch the unsuspecting seal from the water. They are also powerful enough to break through thinner ice to reach their prey. Section 5. The Melting Kingdom. The Arctic is warming at an alarming rate, twice as fast as the rest of the planet. This rapid warming is having profound effects on the entire ecosystem, but none are more affected than the polar bears. This warming trend is causing sea ice, the very foundation of the polar bear's existence, to melt at an unprecedented rate. The ice, which they rely on for hunting seals, is disappearing faster than ever before. As the ice retreats earlier in the spring and forms later in the autumn, polar bears are facing a shrinking hunting ground and a diminishing food supply. This means they have less time to hunt and build up the fat reserves they need to survive. The consequences of this habitat loss are dire. Polar bears are becoming increasingly malnourished and their physical condition is deteriorating. Polar bears are forced to spend more time on land where food is scarce. On land, they struggle to find enough to eat, often resorting to scavenging. They are increasingly coming into contact with human settlements, leading to conflicts. These encounters can be dangerous for both the bears and the people living in these areas. The stress of finding food in a shrinking habitat is taking a toll on their body condition and reproductive success. Female polar bears are having fewer cubs, and the cubs that are born are less likely to survive to adulthood. Section 6. A world without ice. Imagine a world where the Arctic is largely ice-free in the summer. The once vast and frozen landscape now reduced to patches of ice struggling to hold on. This is the bleak future that polar bears face if climate change continues unabated. These majestic creatures, symbols of the Arctic, are on the brink of a crisis. Without their icy hunting grounds, polar bears will struggle to survive. The ice is not just their home, but their lifeline, essential for hunting seals and other prey. They will be forced to rely on less nutritious food sources on land, leading to malnutrition and starvation. The land cannot provide the same sustenance as the ice-covered seas. The loss of polar bears would be a tragedy in itself, a heartbreaking symbol of our changing world. But it would also have devastating consequences for the Arctic ecosystem. The balance of this delicate environment would be thrown into chaos. As apex predators, polar bears play a crucial role in regulating prey populations. Their presence ensures the health and stability of the ecosystem. Their disappearance would create a ripple effect throughout the food web, affecting countless other species, potentially leading to imbalances and further ecological instability. The entire Arctic region would face unprecedented challenges, altering the natural order in ways we can scarcely imagine. Section 7. Champions for polar bears. The plight of the polar bear is a stark reminder of the urgent need for action on climate change. Reducing greenhouse gas emissions, the primary driver of global warming, is essential to slowing the rate of Arctic sea ice melt and giving polar bears a fighting chance. We can all be champions for polar bears by making conscious choices in our daily lives. Reducing our carbon footprint by using energy-efficient appliances, driving less, and supporting renewable energy sources are all steps in the right direction. Supporting organizations involved in polar bear research and conservation is another way to contribute to their survival. Section 8. Our shared future. The fate of the polar bear is intertwined with our own. Their struggle for survival in a warming world is a stark warning about the consequences of our actions. By addressing climate change and protecting their habitat, we are not only safeguarding their future, but also ensuring the health of our planet for generations to come. Let us be inspired by the resilience of these magnificent creatures and work together to create a future where both polar bears and humans can thrive. The time for action is now, before the ice melts away completely and the silence of their absence echoes across the Arctic.